far. How could you let us down this way? Zainul Abidin, tell us of what happened to you. Oh Zainul Abidin, tell us of what happened to you. When they captured you on that night, taken to Sham after the fight. When they captured you on that night, taken to Sham after the fight. Now you have come with your hair white. Sham, shamelessly parading us. Why Sham? You made Sakina cry and cry. Sham, never did we face such sorrows. Sham, we were buried under your sun. Sham, you made Zainab an old woman. Sham, nowhere did we face such sorrows. Zainul Abidin, tell us of what happened to you. Oh Zainul Abidin, tell us of what happened to you. Salawat.
MashaAllah, that was Brother Muhammad Ibrahim for his increased tawfiqat. Please recite a louder salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. All of our programs throughout the year, they are organized by the sponsors. So for tonight's sponsors, we have Brother Qasim Jafri, Brother Saim Jafri, and Brother Asim Devji. For their marhumin and their increased tawfiqat, please recite a louder salawat. For Majlis tonight, we are fortunate to have Hujjatul Islam, Maulana Jafar Banglori with us. He is going to recite the Majlis in English tonight, and inshallah, the Majlis in Urdu tomorrow. And tonight Majlis is in respect to the martyrdom of our fourth Imam, Imam Zainal Abidin alayhi salam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa alim. So without further delay, let me invite Maulana Jafar Banglori to the member to recite the Majlis tonight. Please recite aloud salawat.
Fatiha. Bismillah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين شفيع المذنبين رحمة العالمين سيدنا ونبينا وشفيعنا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد اللهم صل وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الخيرين الفاضلين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين أما بعد فقد قال الله الحكيم في كتابه المبين وهو أصدق الصادقين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وربك يخلق ما يشاء ويختار ما كان لهم الخيرة صلوات. Just as an introduction to myself, I was in Qum in the Hawza, and Dr. Siraj had just established the Hawza in Medina, and he sent me a letter to come and teach in Medina. So through his letter, I got the first visa to United States. So that's how I know him very well. And may Allah bless him with a long and healthy life. And majority of your faces, also those which I have seen many times. And if I don't meet you properly, then forgive me for that. Say aloud, salawat, please. There are two kinds of people. One is the creator. The other one is a cherisher. Sometimes the creator and the cherisher are one. So in this case, the ayat of the Surah Qisas speaks very clearly and loudly. وَرَبُّكَ يَخْلُقُ مَا يَشَاءُ. Your Lord creates whatever He wishes. وَيَخْتَارُ. After creating, وَيَخْتَارُ, He chooses. مَا كَانَ لَهُمُ الْخِيَرَةُ. The people or the creation doesn't have the authority to choose. Only the Creator has the authority to choose. Subhanallah ta'ala amma yushrikun. Glorified is the Lord from all those things which you associate with Him. The other ayat which follows is very clear. It says, Allah knows وَتَعْلَمُ مَا تُكِنُّ فِي الصُّدُورِ. Allah knows what is hidden in the hearts. وَمَا يُعْلَنُونَ, and what you manifest. So this ayat is actually giving us the reason why we cannot choose. We cannot choose anyone because we know only a little bit of the manifest and we do not know what is hidden in the hearts. So Allah knows what is hidden in the hearts. Many a times you have given vote to people in election thinking that he would be good for you. But after that you come to a conclusion that no, we did not know what was in his heart. So choosing comes from Allah because He knows what is manifest and what is hidden. Just to start my lecture, say a salawat please. A question to my little ones, and that is, who is your God? Who is your God? The word God over here is English, and it does not suffice the meaning of Allah. Allah is someone who has all the attributes of perfection in him, and each and every word of alphabet of Allah represents Allah. That's why if you have a paper on which the word Allah is written and you shred it, but alif is left over or lam is left over, then you have to shred that also, because that also represents Allah. But if you have the word God, the alphabets G-O-D do not represent Allah. The other one is Allah has no plural, but God has plural. So you have gods, gods of Hindus, gods of Christians. Similarly, Allah doesn't have a gender. He is above gender. Even the word or the name Allah doesn't have a gender. It is above gender. But when it comes to the word God, you say God and Goddess. So the real meaning is not there. So I'm going to use the word Allah only. وَرَبُّكَ يَخْلُقُ مَا يَشَاءُ. Your Lord, who is taking care of you, is the one who creates whatever He wants, and He chooses. MashaAllah, you all some of you are family members over here. I would like to just give an example, and that is, amongst your children, whom you have brought up, whom you have cherished, if I tell you that I want to listen to the Quran from one of your kids, you're going to choose the best amongst your sons or your daughters. Come on, this one. Can the neighbor do the same? The neighbor cannot do the same. Only the one who has cherished and who has nourished and taken care of you is going to know who is the best amongst them. So the word Rabb is used over here. That means the cherisher and the nourisher knows who is the best amongst the people to be chosen. The other important fact here is that we will never be able to know the reality of Allah, the essence of Allah. He is above our comprehension, above our imagination. And now I'm going to just give you one point, and that is, how big is the creation of Allah? Leave about Allah Himself, He is the creator. How big is your creation? According to the new scientific research, the latest star which appeared on the James Webb telescope was 13.8 billion light years away. So they got the first light of this star. 13.8 light years away. Again, I'm going to tell you, 13.8 light years away. How big is a light year? 5.8 trillion miles. So if you are going to travel 5.8 trillion miles, it is going to be equivalent to one light year. Multiply this with 13.8 billion light years, and that is the vastness of the universe which the science has concluded now. And they are still doing the research, and they are saying that it is more vaster. And then the ayat of the Quran also says that we created the world and we are going to expand it. So the science also says that the space is expanding. Now one word and I'll finish it, and that is, when the scientists were asked, how much of the universe do we know? They replied and said, we can see only 4.5% of the universe. The 95.5% of the universe is in darkness, and we do not know anything about it. Now my conclusion: when we are unable to even comprehend the creation of Allah, how can we comprehend the Creator Himself? From all these things, Allah chooses. He says Himself that He is choosing, and the people do not have any power to choose. I'll say a salawat and I'll just give you an example. You might have heard about many people, they look down upon others. And especially the color discrimination is too much in this world nowadays. Once someone heard my speech and he gifted me with a watch. I took that watch, it was just a simple watch, and I thought that it might be about $100 worth. So I took it from him, thanked him, and I placed it somewhere in the house. I did not even look at it, because the shape of the watch and the condition of the watch was such that I knew that it was not valuable at all. After 5 and 10 years, I looked at the watch again, and there was the name of the manufacturer of the watch. So I called the company and the antique people, and they told me that it is one of the rare editions, and it might be about $500,000. I said, how come it is a simple watch? No, the manufacturer and the trademark has increased the value. Your value is not just like that watch. Your value is according to your manufacturer. Who has manufactured you? That's why Imam Ali alayhi salam says, do not sell yourself for anything less than Jannat. Say aloud salawat, please. So he has not only placed before us the whole universe, he has also placed before us our nafs, our soul, our nafs. Man arafa rabbuhu arafa, man arafa nafsuhu arafa rabba. Whoever recognizes himself has recognized the Lord Himself. Our children are here, and you are, mashallah, a growing community. I would like to give you one little bit of advice, and that is, any machinery which is used too much gets tired. Our eyes is a machine. Our ears are machine. Keep the children away from this telephone, these phones, as well as I am not saying that you just deprive them of technology. I'm saying that keep them away from it as far as you can. Because even the manufacturer has said that it affects the mind. For the children, one example, and that is, if you take my handkerchief and you put it in a box, and then I ask you to give me the handkerchief, how much time will it take for you to bring out the handkerchief? Just 1 second. You'll just grab it and give it to me. But if that same box has too much of garbage in it, other clothes and this and that, and now I ask you to take out my handkerchief, then you are going to search. This social media is actually a garbage. And what we have as intelligence and ilm and knowledge is like this handkerchief. So if your mind is clear and you only have knowledge, then as soon as I ask you to bring it out, you're going to get it. But if it is filled up with garbage of social media, and now I tell you to give me the handkerchief or bring out that answer, it is going to take time. So our children should be very careful, especially when they are in school. Say aloud salawat, please. I also give an example. Sometimes people do ask me, and they say that, yes, Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wassalam, when he was challenged by Muhammad ibn Hanafiya, this challenge was to tell the people who are following him that he is not an imam. This was in front of the people. In reality, Muhammad ibn Hanafiya followed the imamat of Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam. But since the people have already started to believe that after Imam Hussain, he is our imam, he had to expose himself to the people. So they were gathered in Haram of Mecca, and Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam said, "Oh uncle, if you are the true imam, then say salam to the Hajar Aswad, the black stone, and it will give you the reply." So Muhammad ibn Hanafiya, in front of those people who followed him, said salam to Hajar Aswad, but there was no response. He did that 3 times and there was no response. Then he told Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam that if you are the imam and hujjat of Allah, you do the same thing. So Imam came forward and said, "Assalamu alaikum, ya Hajar." And immediately the response came from the Hajar Aswad, "Wa alayka salam ya hujjat Allah fi arzeh." So many in olden days when I was young, if I would tell the people that the stone is speaking, they would not believe. But now it is so easy to tell you. Your phone, which is made of silicone, it speaks to you. Some of the cars are built which speak to you. I do not know you have Siri or you have Alexa. I do not know whom you have. But when you talk to them, they respond. Why? Because the man created the chip and coded the chip and feeded the chip. So it is going to respond to you and respond to your voice, the recognition of the voice and the recognition of your face and the recognition of your thumb, everything is there. Similarly, Hajar Aswad is the chip manufactured by Allah, and it is feeded with what Allah wanted, and the one who is speaking to him is already recognized by the Hajar Aswad, so it responds to the Imam of the time only. Similarly, if you look at the Imam of our time, Imam Asr Ajalallahu Farajahu Sharif, he also, when he is going to come, the Hajar is going to speak to him. And now also, when the Hajar falls off from its place, it is going to be Imam al-Asr, Ajalallahu Farajahu Sharif, who is going to place it in the place of Hajar Aswad. So, Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wasalam is the first Imam who is born from two parents who are from different cultures. One is from Arab, the other one is from Ajam. Arab had its own culture, own language, and Ajam, that is Persia, has his own language and own culture. When Persia was conquered by the second Khalifa, the king of Persia with his daughters had gone to the far north, to a place known as Marv. And he and his daughters were hiding. Then during the time of the Khilafat of Imam Ali alayhi salatu wassalam, when Hurais was made the governor of Tajikistan, that is Maro, he caught hold of these daughters of Yazgard, the king, and he sent these two daughters to Imam Ali alayhi salam. As soon as these two daughters of Yazgard came to Imam Ali alayhi salam, I'll tell you one thing, that if you are proud in front of people, it is not a good attribute. It is not a good sifat. But if the ladies are proud in front of men, it is their best quality. Amongst themselves, they have to be humble, but in front of men, they have to be proud. Because this pride of theirs is going to protect their modesty and their chastity. These two daughters of Yazgard were so proud of being princess that when they spoke to men, they spoke with pride. And this pride drove away the men from them. So they were very chaste. They were pure. When they were brought to Imam, Imam said, don't treat them like slaves. Treat them like princess. One of them was Shah Zanan, and Imam said, I give you the choice. I free you and I give you the choice to marry whomever you want. Now she was so proud that Shah Zanan says that I want to marry the head. She wanted to marry the head of the community. And Imam said, it will not happen. You can choose anyone else. And she placed her hand on the shoulder of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. Since her name was in Farsi, her name was Shah Zanan. Shah means Sayyid. Zanan means lady, Nisa. Already in the Ahlul Bayt we have Sayyidatun Nisa. So Imam alayhi salatu wasalam said, your name will be changed to Shahr Banu. So now she gave birth to Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wasalam and died a few days after the birth of Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam. And she is buried in Kufa. The other daughter of Yazgard was married to Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr, whom Imam Ali alayhi salam had brought up. From her was born Qasim. Qasim is one of the best reciters of the Quran. And from Qasim we have Farwa. And Farwa is the mother of Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam. So you have this great progeny which connected with the imamat of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam. After the death of his mother, he was brought up by the nurse, a maid, and he used to call her mother. And he loved her. but he never ate along with her. So people questioned him, Yabna Rasulullah, she has brought you up, she is your mother, and you call her your mother, but why don't you eat with her? Imam said, I'm scared that on the table of dinner or lunch, I might pick up something from the table which she wishes to pick up. I do not even want to hurt her so much that she wanted to pick up something, and before she could pick up, I picked it up. Got it? Now the children are, mashallah, so nice that they snatch away their food from the mouth of the mother itself. But the Imam is showing us and telling us the respect of the one who has not given birth. She has just brought you up and you serve. Always the mothers and the fathers should make the children serve you. Tell them to put a morsel of bread in your mouth. Especially the wife. The husband should put a morsel of bread in the mouth of the mother. How much sawab you get? 1 Hajj. Say a salawat, please. Even though she has prepared the food, but yet, while he was young, Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam fell sick, and Imam Hussain alayhi salam visited him. He said, asked him, how are you doing, son? And he replied and said, Alhamdulillah, ala kulli hal. I thank Allah in every condition. Said, do you wish anything? The response of the Imam, the wordings of the Imam, I do not wish anything, and I want to be amongst those people who do not wish anything but the decision of Allah. Imam Hussain alayhi salam said, these are the words of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam. You are like Ibrahim Khalil when he was being thrown into the fire of Namrud. Jibreel came down and asked him, do you wish anything? He responded and said, no. I do wish, but not from you. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. Ek salawat bhej de Muhammad wala. Let's say another salawat. You can see that the English language is the most luxurious language. It makes you relax. But the Urdu language excites you. So anyway, I'm just going to speak like this because today is the martyrdom of Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wassalam. So he was brought up by his grandfather and his father, Imam Hussain alayhi salam, and his uncle, Hassan alayhi salatu wassalam. And he cherished in the house of Noor and in the house of Quran. He recited the Quran so melodiously that when the people heard his Quran, they stopped in the streets and they just listened to him. Like Dawood. When Dawood used to recite, even the birds used to come and listen to him. Similar was the case of Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam. He had ordered his household not to turn back any beggar from the house, especially on Friday. So some of the companions said, Yabna Rasulullah, not all of them are true and sincere in begging. Some of them might be asking you for something and lying. Imam said, if you have given the right person, then you have achieved your goal. And if you have not given the right person, yet you have proved to Allah that you are worthy of giving. Maybe he is not worthy of receiving, but you are worthy of giving. He never called a beggar a beggar. He called him the one who is going to take my good deed from this world to the next world. He performed the Hajj not once, but many times. And on his way to Hajj one time, Ibrahim ibn Adham came to him and he said, I don't recognize you, but I don't see anything with you. I don't see the provision with you. I don't see your ride with you. And I do not know where you are going. Imam replied and said, Zadi taqwaya. My provision is my piety. Wa rahilati rijlaya. And my ride are my legs. Wa qasdi maulaya. And my intention is to go towards my master. When someone has invited me as a guest, I do not need to carry with me anything. Anyone who used to come to Imam and provoke him and provoke his anger, Imam used to turn towards him, smile, and he used to say one word, what is hidden from you is more than what you have said. Again, Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wasalam used to take care of 100 families, and none of them knew that who is providing them with their sustenance and provision. He used to carry those bags not only with loaves of bread, but all the things of necessities. He used to carry to their houses and deliver them by covering his own face. Even his relatives did not know that it was Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam. Some of the relatives complained to him that you are giving us our provision and supplying us with our needs, but here we have our own brother or our own relative Zainul Abidin who doesn't provide us with anything. And Imam used to just keep silent. And he used to say one word, and that is Sadaqatu sir tutfi ghadabur Rabb. The sadaqah which you give secretly removes from you the anger of Allah. So whenever you are ready, you give someone, but don't even speak of it to anyone at all. After he was martyred, the people realized that it was none other than Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wasalam. And the people, they did not know him by name, so they called him the man of the bags. He used to carry the bags, so the people used to say, the man of the bag. And Imam had loaves of bread, clothes, everything. Every winter, he used to wear warm clothes, and as soon as the summer used to come, he used to give the clothes as sadaqah. Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wasalam was nearly 23 years old when he had to travel with Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam to Karbala. And at this moment, I would like to tell you that there were 4 brave warriors with Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. If they would have been in Karbala with Imam, the whole battle would have changed. One of them was Muhammad ibn Hanafiya. The second one was Abul Fadl al-Abbas. And the third one was Muslim ibn Aqil. And the fourth is Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam. Muhammad ibn Hanafiya had tremble in his hands. So Imam Hussain alayhi salam said, you stay here in Medina and be my deputy. And he sent Muslim ibn Aqil to Kufa and took with himself these two brave warriors, Abul Fadl al-Abbas and Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam. It is in the narration and history that Imam stopped Abul Fadl al-Abbas from taking the sword with him. He gave him the spear. And also, he did not give him the permission to fight, but he gave him the permission to bring water for the children. Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wasalam was so brave that Imam Hussain, and it was his duty to help his father. The only one who could stop Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam was Allah. So Imam Hussain alayhi salam prayed, Ya Allah, I have stopped Abbas, but it is you who is going to stop Zainul Abidin. It was from that time that Zainul Abidin alayhi salam fell sick. Even in the tragedy of Karbala, if you see, that Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam, when he heard the voice of his father, Hal min Nasirin Yansuruna, the fourth Imam called his aunt Zainab. He said, give me an asa, give me a stick, a staff, and give me a sword. So what are you going to do? Didn't you hear my father? He is alone amongst the enemy and he's calling for help. Hal min nasirin yansuruna. Is there a helper who is going to help me? And Zainab asked him, what are you going to do? I'm going to support myself with the staff and I'm going to fight the enemies of my father and protect him. As soon as he moved out from the camp, Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam saw him and he called, Ya Zainab, hold back Zainul Abidin. Otherwise the sequence of imamat will be cut. After that you will see that in the history, Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wasalam used to be unconscious. He used to be unconscious. When Imam Hussain alayhi salam came to Zainul Abidin alayhi salam for the last time, the words of Imam Zainul Abidin were, Aina Habib ibn Mazahir. Where is Habib ibn Mazahir? Imam replied, Qad qutila. He has been martyred. Aina Muslim ibn al-Sajjad. Qad qutila. He kept on asking and Imam kept on saying, they have been martyred, they have been martyred. When Imam Zainul Abidin reached to a point when he asked, Aina Akhi Ali Akbar, where is my brother Ali Akbar? Imam stayed quiet and then he said a simple word, there is none from the male figures left except you and me, O Zainul Abidin. Oh Maulana, why didn't you tell him that Ali Akbar is also martyred? So Imam would reply and tell me that if I would have told that Ali Akbar has been martyred, then he would proceed and ask me, Aina Ali Asghar. Then what would have been my reply? Azrakum Allah. Imam went into the battlefield and the last thing which Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam saw was when there was a quake in the land of Karbala, when there were black winds blowing in the field of Karbala, Zainab rushed to Imam Zainul Abidin and said, please look what is happening. And Imam Zainul Abidin requested his aunt to lift up the curtain from the entrance of the camp, and as soon as the curtain was lifted up, the son saw the head of the father being raised on the spear. I have never seen in my whole life any Nabi or any Imam who had started his imamat with this difficult task as the imamat of Zainul Abidin alayhi salam. The very first order which Imam Zainul Abidin had to give was, "O aunt, O Pupi Amma, get out of the burning tents and save your lives." Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wasalam with his own eyes had to see the bodies of Shuhada Karbala, the scattered limbs of Shuhada Karbala, and he was made to go through those bodies of Shuhada Karbala, Ali Akbar and Ali Asghar and Muslim ibn Awsaja. And the condition of the Imam was such that Zainab said, "Oh nephew, I see that very, very near your soul is going to depart from your body." Said, "Yeah, oh aunt, can't you see them? They have buried their own bodies, but they have left the bodies of my father and my relatives and ashab on this burning sand of Karbala." With his own eyes, Zainul Abidin saw the shoulders of Zainab and Kulsum being tied. With his own eyes, Zainul Abidin saw that his younger sister, Sakina, was roped to the back of the camel. He in his own hands had the chains, and in his legs he had the chains, and in his neck he had the spiked collar, and he was taken from Kufa to Sham. Kufa, when he reached Kufa, one of the persons came forward and said, "Who are you?" He said, haven't you read the ayah, قُلْ لَا أَسَلُكُمْ عَلَيْهِ أَجْرًا إِلَّا الْمَوَدَّةَ فِي الْقُرْبَى. Haven't you read the ayah, إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ لِيُذْهِبَ عَنْكُمُ الرِّجْسَ أَهْلَ الْبَيْتِ وَيُطَهِّرَكُمْ تَطْهِيرًا. I am one of them. I am from the house of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now it was very important that Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam introduces the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam amongst the enemies. So when he reached Sham and he was in the Masjid and the speaker was talking about praising Banu Umayyah, Muawiyah and Abu Sufyan, and he was condemning the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wassalam and Imam Ali alayhi salatu wassalam. Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam said, "Ya Yazid, give me the permission to climb over these planks of wood and speak a few words for the sake of Allah, so that the audience will be benefited from my words as well as the reward they are going to receive from Allah." And this is what happened. After insistence, Yazid gave the permission. And now Imam praised Allah and the holy Ahlul Bayt and Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. And then he started the khutbah introducing himself, because in Syria everyone was ignorant about the Ahlul Bayt. Muawiyah had portrayed himself to be one of the Ahlul Bayt, but he had never introduced Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam. In fact, he has done the opposite. So Imam alayhi salatu wasalam, when he started, he said, "Anabnu Makkah wa Mina." I am the son of Mecca. I am the son of Mina. Telling the people that I am the son of the one who founded Mecca. I am the son of the one who was sacrificed in the place of Mina. I am the son of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and he also says who was Rasulullah. And then he says, I am the son of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam, and he praises Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam. I don't have the time. And then Fatimatu Zahra salamullahi alayha. In the end he says that we have been given and gifted with 6 things. One of them is knowledge, the second one is tolerance and endurance, and the third one is eloquence, and the fourth one is generosity, and the fifth one is bravery and courage, and the last one he says was وَمُحَبَّتْ فِي قُلُوبِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. And we have been gifted with the love from in the hearts of the mu'mineen for us. Then he says, فُضِّلْنَا بِسَمْعٍ. We have been given the excellence amongst you because of 7. One of them is Nabi al-Mukhtar. The Nabi is minna. The Nabi is from us. The Siddiq is from us, Imam Ali alayhi salam. The Tayyar, Jafar al-Tayyar is from us. Asadullah wa Asadu Rasulullah, the lion of Allah and the lion of Rasulullah, Hamza is from us. Sibtain are from us, Hassan and Hussein. Then he says Fatima Batul is from us. And then in the end he says Al-Mahdi is from us. Every Imam has remembered Mahdi Ajalallahu Farajuh Sharif. Even Fatima remembered him. She remembered him when her ribs broke. And he said these words, Ya Mahdi. And every one of us also remembers Mahdi. And does Imam Mahdi remember? Yes. If you recite the Dua Nahiya, he remembers each and every event of Karbala. And he says salam. Salam on the limbs which were scattered in Karbala. Salam on the blood which was flowing in Karbala. Salam on the heads which were raised on the spears in Karbala. Salam on the faces which were violated in Karbala. Some of them were slapped, some of them. In this condition, when Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam was asked that, where did you suffer the most, O Imam? He replied and said, Ash-Sham, Ash-Sham, Ash-Sham. It was Sham and Damascus where I and the Ahlul Bayt suffered the most. How was the condition? He says one single verse, and he says, Uqadu zalilan fi Damashqin ka'annani min az-zanji abdun ghaba anhu nasir. We were pulled in rope in Damascus as the slaves of Zanj are being pulled and taken from one place to another place. And these words were spoken by Zainul Abidin. Someone asked him, Maula, getting martyred is one of your sifat, one of your attributes. So why are you crying? Imam said, yes, getting martyred is our sifat. But being without hijab in the marketplaces of Kufa, in the marketplaces of Sham, it is not from our inheritance. And that's why you see that Zainul Abidin for his whole life was crying, and the way he cried was not like what we are doing here in the Majlis. Whenever he used to see the water, he used to remember the Atash of Hussein. Whenever he used to see the food, he used to remember the hunger of the Ahlul Bayt in Karbala. Whenever he used to see a gharib, he used to remember the ghurbat and the journey of Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wassalam. Once in Medina, when he was walking in the streets of Medina, the butchers used to place the cloth over the meat that Zainul Abidin is coming. One day, the butcher was late in putting the cloth on the meat. Imam Zainul Abidin approached him and said, just tell me one thing, before you have slaughtered this animal, have you given it water? And the response of the butcher was, "Oh Imam, we do not slaughter any animal without giving water to it." Imam turned towards Karbala, "Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. Even the animals are not slaughtered when they are thirsty. You were slaughtered when you were thirsty from 3 days. Allah lanatullah ala qawmi zalimin wa sayalamul lazina zalamu ayyamun qalibin yanqalibun. Oh Allah, by the grace of Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, by the grace of Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wassalam, give shifa to all the mu'mineen and mu'minat who are sick. Oh Allah, by the grace of Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, by the grace of Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wassalam, fulfill the halal wishes of all the mu'mineen and mu'minat. Oh Allah, by the grace of Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wassalam, hasten the zuhur of Imam al-Asr ajalallahu farajahu sharif and make us one of his companions. Oh Allah, by the grace of Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wassalam, give success to our youth and our children in this world as well as the akhirat. Oh Allah, by the grace of Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, accept our amal, fulfill our wishes, keep us on the right path, and increase the love for Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wassalam in our hearts. Protect all the mu'mineen and mu'minat around the world from the enemies of Islam and enemies of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wassalam. Oh Allah, by the grace of Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, inspire us and give us the means to do the Hajj of Baytullah and the ziyarat of 14 Masooms bihaqqi Muhammad wa alihi at-tahirin.
Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein,
Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein,
Ya Zain al-Ibad, Ya Maula al-Sajjad, Ya Zain al-Ibad, Ya Maula al-Sajjad, Ya Zain al-Ibad, Ya Maula al-Sajjad, Ya Zain al-Ibad, Ya Maula
Sajjad.
Everyone, Ya Zain al-Ibad, Ya
Maula Sajjad.
Near the Kaaba set Farazdak, look, this is Zainul Ibad.
Near the Kaaba said Farazdak, look, this is Zainul Ibad.
He has ennobled the Kaaba, he is Sultan-e-Hijaz.
He has ennobled the Kaaba, he is Sultan-e-Hijaz.
Who can disregard Sayyidul Sajjad? Who can disregard
Sayyidul Sajjad,
Ya Zain al-Ibad, Ya Maula Sajjad, Ya Zain al-Ibad,
Ya Maula Sajjad.
You were Hadi, you were Mahdi, you were Sadiq al-Amin.
You were Hadi, you were Mahdi, you were Sadiq al-Amin.
You were Warith of the Prophet, Rahmatul lil Alameen.
You were warith of the Prophet, Rahmatul lil Alameen.
Yet your neck was scarred,
Sayyidul Sajjad.
Yet your neck was scarred,
Sayyidul Sajjad. Ya Zain al-Ibad.
Everyone.
Ya Zain al-Ibad. Ya Zain al-Ibad. Ya Mawla Sajjad.
You were witness to the severed head of your father Hussein.
You were witness to the severed head of your father Hussein.
Ashkiya torching the khayma of Imam al-Mashriqain.
Ashkiya torching the khema of Imam al-Mashriqain.
Every chadar chart Sayyidul Sajjad.
Every chadar chart Sayyidul Sajjad.
Ya Zain al-Ibad,
Ya Mawla Sajjad. Ya Zain al-Ibad. Ya Mawla Sajjad.
Who can fathom your tawakkul, sabr o taslim o rida?
Who can fathom your tawakkul, sabr, taslim, or rida?
When shimmer incarcerated ahl tawqir o haya.
When Shimmer incarcerated Ahl Taqir o Haya.
Your trial was hard,
Sayyidul Sajjad. Your trial was hard, Sayyidul Sajjad. Ya Zain al-Ibad. Ya Mawla Sajjad.
Everyone.
Ya Zain al-Ibad. Ya Mawla Sajjad.
When the sword of Qatil Sarwar was drawn on you, Imam.
When the sword of Qatil Sarwar was drawn on you, Imam.
When the tyrant Mir Kufa ordered to kill you, Imam.
When the tyrant Mir Kufa ordered to kill you, Imam.
Zainab was your guard,
Sayyidul Sajjad.
Zainab
Was your guard, Sayyidul Sajjad. Ya Zain al-Ibad. Ya Mawla Sajjad.
Everyone.
Ya Zain al-Ibad. Ya Zain al-Sajjad.
How you led the caravan of honor from Kufa to Sham.
How you led the caravan of honor from Kufa to Sham.
How you defended the message of your Jad Khairul Anam.
How you defended the message of your Jad Khairul Anam.
Every step and yard,
Sayyidul Sajjad. Every step and yard, Sayyidul Sajjad. Ya Zain al-Ibad. Ya Mawla Sajjad. Ya Zain al-Ibad. Ya Mawla Sajjad.
Ya Maula Sajjad, Ya
Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein. Oh my Imam Zainul Abidin, oh my Imam Zainul Abidin, oh my Imam Zainul Abidin. Everyone, oh my Imam Zainul Abidin, oh my Imam. Oh Sajjad, oh my Imam Zainul Abidin, oh my Imam. Oh my Imam Zainul Abidin, oh Sajjad, you taught us the art of supplication. You showed us the power of prostration to make Islam our life's foundation, and how to ask Allah for salvation. Such is your status, O holy soul. You made Allah's love your only goal. Oh my Imam Zainul Abidin. Everyone, oh my Imam Zainul Abidin, oh my Imam Zainul Abidin. Oh Sajjad, you were in prison, your feet were in chains, and on the chains splattered were your blood stains. Inside your heart were the scars of those pains, of what you saw that day on the hot plains. Oh, you are patience personified. You thanked Allah though your hands were tied. Oh my Imam Zainul Abidin, oh my Imam Zainul Abidin. Everyone, oh my Imam Zainul Abidin. Oh Sajjad, you saw your father's head on that spear, your mother's barehanded and in fear. Your sister was treated so severe that blood was pouring down from her ear, and yet you were so brave that you spoke, and in that courtyard the world awoke. Oh my Imam Zainul Abidin, oh my Imam Zainul Abidin, oh my Imam Zainul Abidin. Oh Sajjad, with quaking hands how you dug a small grave, a resting place for Sakina to lay. Her shroud was her shirt covered in bloodstains, till the end of time, that's how she will stay. Until today, she's so far from home, the prison's so dark and she's alone. Oh my Imam Zainul Abidin, oh my Imam Zainul Abidin. Everyone, oh my Imam Zainul Abidin. Oh Sajjad, for 40 long years you kept on weeping, 'cause in your mind Sham kept on repeating. The lashes you got and all the beating, for all these feelings there is no healing. These memories always will be raw, of what you heard, felt, and what you saw. Oh my Imam Zainul Abidin, oh my Imam Zainul Abidin, oh my Imam Zainul Abidin. Oh Sajjad, upon your deathbed you cried out and said, remembering Karbala your heart bled. Your 72 loved ones were all dead. Hussein your father now lay beheaded, and then the tents were burned to the ground. Your feet were tied and your hands were bound. Oh my Imam Zainul Abidin, oh my Imam Zainul Abidin, oh my Imam Zainul Abidin. Oh Sajjad, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein.
अस्सलामु अलैका या रसूल अल्लाह, अस्सलामु अलैका या नबी अल्लाह, अस्सलामु अलैका या खातमुन नबिय्यीन, अस्सलामु अलैका या शफीउल मोमिनीन, अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू, अस्सलामु अलैका या अबा अब्दिल्लाह, अस्सलामु अलैका या इब्न रसूलिल्लाह, अस्सलामु अलैका या इब्न अमीरिल मोमिनीन व इब्न सय्यदिल वसीय्यीन, अस्सलामु अलैका या फातिमतुज़ ज़हरा सय्यदतु निसाइल आलमीन, अस्सलामु अलल हुसैन व अला अली इब्निल हुसैन व अला औलादिल हुसैन व अला अस्हाबिल हुसैन। अस्सलामु अलैकुम जमीअन व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू। अस्सलामु अलैका या मौलाना या साहिबल असर व ज़मान, अस्सलामु अलैका या खलीफतुर रहमान, अस्सलामु अलैका या अस्सलामु अलैका या हुज्जतुर रहमान, अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू।
Brothers and sisters, we have a few minutes for the Maghrib prayer, so you're welcome to eat your dinner for the next 5-10 minutes, and then inshallah we will prepare for the Maghrib. We request everyone to please stay for the Maghrib prayer. Important announcement for tomorrow, we will have Urdu program about the Shahadat of Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam. Maulana Jafar Bilgrami साहब उनसे खिताब फरमाएंगे और पाकिस्तान से हमारे गेस्ट नौखां